We will start our plenary session, and may I now request the chairman of the plenary session, Justice N. Koteshwar Singh, to please come on the dais. May I also request Justice V. Ramasubramaniam, His Excellency Dr. Kamalini Pinit Puvadol, Mr. Andre Hogg, may I request all to please be seated. The Honorable Mr. Justice N. Koteshwar Singh, Mr. Justice V. Ramasubramaniam, other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. A good morning and welcome to all. It is a privilege and honor to be with you today at the second New Delhi International Rule of Law Convention and to co-chair this plenary session on global economic governance and principles of the rule of law. At the outset, I extend my gratitude to Bar Association of India for convening such a meaningful platform that brings together jurists, policymakers, scholars, and practitioners from across jurisdictions. We have a galaxy of speakers today to deliver keynote addresses on various topics, and I don't propose to touch upon each subject. However, I would make certain general observations. Rule of law in India go long back. We have heard our distinguished speakers in the morning session dwelling on the past history of India and how rule of law has been part of it. From ancient times, the rulers ruled the country with laws, and traditionally it continued. One remembers the great Judge Ram Shastri 400 years ago, who punished King Raghoba Peshwa. Even today, our judiciary keeps in check faltering executive. The rule of law is not merely a legal doctrine. It is a bedrock upon which sustainable economic governance is built. A transparent, predictable, and impartial legal system ensures investor confidence, promotes fair competition, and enables inclusive growth. Without it, markets falter, corruption thrives, and inequality deepens. Globalization has created interdependencies that make economic governance no longer a purely domestic affair. Cross-border trade, investment flows, digital commerce, and financial markets demand rules that are consistent, enforceable, and rooted in universally accepted legal principles. However, economic governance cannot be discussed in isolation. One of the gravest threats to the global order today is cross-border terrorism. Terrorism not only violates human rights and security, but also disrupts economics, diverts resources from development, and undermines trust between nations. Terror networks exploit weaknesses in financial systems, money laundering, illicit trade, digital frauds, and unregulated digital currencies to finance their activities. Therefore, a global economic governance framework must integrate robust mechanisms to counter terror financing, enforce accountability, and foster economic cooperation. The way forward lies in, firstly, in strengthening international legal instruments, global conventions on trade, investments, and anti-terror financing must be implemented with sincerity and backed by enforcement mechanisms. Secondly, in judicial and institutional cooperation, courts, regulators, and enforcement agencies across borders must collaborate to address disputes, fraud, and financing of terrorism. Thirdly, in balancing sovereignty with collective responsibility, while states retain their sovereign right to regulate economies, they also share a collective duty to uphold principles of fairness, transparency, and accountability in the global commerce. Fourthly, in harnessing technology responsibly, digital trade, artificial intelligence, and fintech innovations bring opportunities but also vulnerabilities. A rules-based order must evolve to regulate these frontiers without stifling growth. In conclusion, as a members of the legal fraternity, it is our responsibility to reaffirm the principles that law must serve as a shield for the weak, a framework for the economy, and a barrier against terror. This convention is not just an academic exercise, it is a call to action to shape a global governance system that is just, equitable, and resilient. Let us work together to ensure that the rule of law remains the guiding light for economic stability and peace, even in the face of the grave challenges of cross-border terrorism. Thank you. I now give the floor to the chairman, who is a judge of Supreme Court. I would like to introduce that His Lordship has been judge of Guwahati High Court from 2011, and he was appointed as a judge of the Manipur High Court with effect from 23rd March 2013. He has been working as a judge of the Supreme Court of India from July 2024. His Lordship has participated in the World Congress on Justice for Children at UNESCO Paris, and he was part of the 8-member High Court judges team to attend workshop on counter-terrorism phase 2 training at Washington DC and Orange County, California. He has also participated in the International Organization for Judicial Training Conference held in Ottawa, Canada, and he took part in the South Asia Regional Judicial Dialogue on the Bangkok General Guidance for Judges on applying a general perspective in South Asia. May I now request all of you to put your hands together for Justice N. Koteshwar Singh.